guys, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming, where Dot is back in the GM chair, and we are missing Aris because she's doing, I don't know, something cool, I guess, that doesn't involve space, like some kind of jerk. That being said, we are potentially trapped on a space station, and I'm not really happy about it. So, if you guys...
When were you trapped? Nobody said you were trapped.
Yeah, okay.
Officially, Dot,
let's be real here, Dot. Okay,
no one officially said we're trapped, okay? Rude. Anyway, if you guys like what we do here, please go check us out on Patreon. If you want to talk about this show, please go check us out on the Discord. And if you want to support these wonderful, beautiful faces, the best way to do that is in the bar in the bottom right-hand corner. It serves two purposes. One, when it fills up, Dot gets to do what the hell she wants to us, which is terrifying.
Oh, and let me tell you, if it fills, in the next 20 minutes, I got something big. I got something that's going to make, it's going to be good.
I don't like that. And the second important thing it does is that any amount of money that goes into there goes back to these wonderful, amazing players you see before you. That being said, I will turn things over to me for a recap, because I was the goddamn GM that time.
And Lord knows I don't know what the hell happened. Actually, I did. I rewatched it and still was like, what, Mike?
Yeah, you're welcome. So guys, fill that bar in the next 20 minutes so Doc can kill us all and we can play a new game. Previously on Void. With the Taoan mining platform infested with the undying spirits of the Bakor, and the ace pilot Tal and crackshot Sul currently dying of an unknown toxin, it fell on Tamir to do his best to heal them, while Malik took care of the mysterious child now on board the Defiant. Using all of the technology at his disposal, Tamir quickly engaged the autodock, and began running scan after scan to figure out just what was wrong with his companions. Unable to find a way to slow the poison, Tamir turned his thoughts to the icons, and lucky for him and his crew, his prayers were answered. With Tal and Sul healed, they were able to hastily repair the ship and take off from the icon-forsaken platform and head for the Taoan space station in hopes to plot a course back to Coriolis. Enter Dot.
It helps if I unmute myself.
Yeah.
You missed all of the important aspects of the recap, Mike.
No, I didn't. I left all of the bad parts out.
You missed the part where we had a brotherly feud.
Nope, I didn't.
Over some drugs.
Nope, I didn't miss that part.
And syndicate talk. We had, there was Goop.
Nope.
I remember Goop. Anybody else in chat remember Goop?
I hit all of the good parts.
I remember a child. But at the end, I remember there not being a child. Man, I must have just watched another show then.
Weird.
Because
I'm
pretty sure it sounds a hell of a lot better than Mike's version.
No. We had a Hot Springs episode where everyone got healed and we left the place to go to a new place, and that was all that happened.
Yeah, that's great.
We're actually on our way back to Coriolis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Dawn didn't watch it. She was sick. Yeah. Just tell her what she needs to hear. Well, since none of those bad things happened, I guess it's time for bad things to happen, because we need to really balance out the wonderful little episodes you had last week.
You fucked up here.
So if I remember correctly, the words fuck ring out from Sul's mouth at the sight of his drone capturing Tal dropping to the floor of the vessel, and the once occupied cryostasis chamber is now empty and devoid of a small little boy that hopped a ride from the mining station. What do? You are currently, I believe, inside of this space station.
I believe we took one step forward, the doors closed, and we were about to move forward. The alarm went off. I looked at it. I say my famous line, fuck, and then I look over to Malik and Tamir.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I rewind the video. I rewind and I show it to both of them.
Oh, I mean, maybe it's like the poison or whatever. We just go back to the ship. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, Tamir's already walking back towards the ship.
I'm configuring the recon droid to look around
the space,
the cryo area to see where the boy went. And I'm kind of like lagging behind and walking back. I'm like, fuck.
You guys walk, you hear the doors open as you're looking, and the drone spins inside of this already circular chamber. There is no sign of the boy.
Gizmo, go check all corridors, rooms, and pilot chamber.
Flying Roomba takes off, and it begins down the hallway. It's going to take it some time to do a full scan. I mean, it's just a Roomba.
Excuse me. It's not just a Roomba, okay? That is my Roomba,
Wow,
and he has
that's
feelings.
hella rude today.
So
I'm hella rude.
Takes 1 week off and comes back hella rude.
So, you see the vessel. You walk back out. The door to the vessel is closed. Obviously, you would have closed it up behind you.
Right.
I want to believe Tal did that. In fact, locked up behind you. As you get close, you can type in or hit the button on the exterior ship to drop the gangway, and it doesn't open. You get a sound.
Tamir, what's up? Open the ship.
I'm trying to open the ship. I don't know what's going on.
You know the code?
Yes, I know the code, and I'm putting it in again.
Boop, boop, boop.
Is there an issue?
Tamir doesn't know the code to get on the ship.
How do you
It's
not
not
know
that I know the code. The code is just not working.
You go for a third time to go type the code in, and as you go to put your finger on the pad, you realize there's something interesting. A black ooze is seeping from underneath the buttons of this pad.
Can I touch it with my fingers?
You're welcome to. Yeah, it looks visceral. It's kind of thick and oily, the consistency of a paste, and it's just it's like something from underneath is pushing it out.
Yeah. I'll just kind of look at it, smell it, see if it's familiar. Is it? So it's not like oil. It's not like a grease.
Smells of sulfur and rot.
I'm not sure if this is. I don't have any of my tools on me. Sol, do you have anything that I can use to pry this panel open?
I hand him my mercury knife.
Great. Is it just like a knife? What is a mercury knife? It's a fancy knife, right?
Yeah, it's a fancy knife.
Fuck.
It's liquid. It's liquid, and then you press it, it becomes solid.
You press the button. You press it. It liquid comes out. Just don't point that at yourself.
Okay. And I'll just go ahead and jam it in and try to pry the panel open.
To the to kind of get into the wiring for the door.
Yep.
Is that the goal? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, the goal is to find whatever mechanical release.
Okay. You
don't okay me, Dot.
Stick the blade in, and it begins to kind of melt away the exterior kind of panel area. And as you do, something interesting from the grooves and crevices of where the metal touches and is welded and bolted together begins to ooze more of this black substance. It seems to be coming out of every crack and nook and cranny of the ship. It's beginning to ooze from bolts and joints. And the more you look, the more you begin to see it. So do the two of you now.
Is your ship bleeding?
Can ships bleed?
I wonder if this is the stuff that was in you and Tal.
That was in me?
What?
Similar. I don't know. I just left it on the ground, and it wasn't there when we were.
Why would you leave goop on the ground?
Well, I didn't intend to.
I'm sorry. What?
We need to get inside right now. So shoot the door open or something.
You want me to shoot the?
Yeah, I can fix it late. I can fix it later.
Okay, all right. I pull out my gun and I'm gonna aim at the door. I'm like, are you sure?
Malik holds his hand up. That's a kinetic round. The ships take lasers. That's gonna bounce off and hit us.
I don't care. We need to get inside.
I understand, but that's not gonna work. That's just
you pull the
math.
liquid metal dagger from the hole, and it's out of it.
Oh, my dagger!
Noise. Oh, I just hand the dagger back.
It now plops for the first time in a gooey glob right at your feet. I'm
gonna tap my personal comms and try to just talk to Tal, through the comms. Tal,
the ship comms.
Mm-hmm.
You say Tal, no response.
Tal, please, can you wake up? Are you okay? Can you move?
There's a pregnant pause before you hear a voice. One that you do not know. Tal is sleeping.
Who are you? What are you doing on our ship? What have you done with it? What have you done with Tal?
On your ship is subjective.
Do we hear this?
If the comms is out loud, then yes. If it's not, it's going only in ears. He's talking to somebody.
It's his inner. Yeah.
Hey, who are you talking to?
I don't know. There's somebody on the ship.
Someone on the ship.
Your scanners from RoboPal indicate nobody but Tal.
I point to my little monitor and be like, there's no one else. I do whatever military sign is for like no one else.
And we all look at you and have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
We just nod.
There's no one else.
Oh,
Remember, Best Buy,
I don't
intern.
know why you didn't just say that.
Shit, damn it.
What are they saying?
Is Tal hurt?
I don't. You just let me hang on. Let me just talk to them.
Okay. Talk.
Open this ship.
Cannot do that.
You can. There is a button. If you don't know how, I can guide you through. You can open this door.
Oh, I like hit it,
I
Malik.
don't-
It's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
It's a
I
fucking
like-
kid.
I don't think he knows how to open the door.
I
I wish
like
the
your
fucking killed
ship.
him.
I said that. We should have killed the kid.
I like the ship too, but it is not yours. It belongs to Tal.
Well,
You need to open this now.
Tal is on board, and I'm currently fixing an internal problem for you.
What sort of problem?
Another plop of goop.
What sort of
Oh.
is there?
It's like step back.
Is there a problem?
Malik, there is a very big problem.
No.
What
but
is the big problem?
You said there was a problem.
What's the problem?
What is the problem with the ship, new friend?
Did we just get another full bar?
Fuck. Fuck you, Dylan. Fuck you. Damn it. He's messaging me. How do I fuck with you right now?
The sound, the voice,
Daddy sex suit. That's it right there.
yeah, hisses through your comms and says, "I'm going to fix it, and
No.
then stay."
You know, if there is a problem with the ship, I will fix it. That is my job.
The last time you tried to fix the problem, you freed something.
What did we free?
Who's fixing the ship?
Sad, sorry, missed.
Wait, we freed something?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Little ship of travelers jumping through the stars. Along the way, something catches a ride.
Something came in through the portal when we jumped, and it is aboard our ship.
Can you open
Okay.
the comms?
What does he want?
Put your No, I don't have access to Malik. Can you plug into me?
What about me?
Like,
Yes, there's a port.
gross.
Bloop, bloop. You plug in. I imagine it looks like sitting on the bus sharing headphone jacks.
I want to know where you plug yourself into Tamir. For my roleplay aspects, I need to have a visual cue. Just saying.
Okay, so Tamir's comms 3 unit is partially built in from the eyes, and like there's access panels where all the tattoos are, but there's also tattoos down his neck and his back, so he kind of pulls off some of his shoulder to expose, and there is a small little metal circle that is a hole, and that is where an input or output jack can
Oh,
go.
but we're in exosuits, my dude.
Oh balls, yeah, we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so
Oh my god, another donation.
no, you forgot that. Thank you also.
We're seriously gonna fucking die if you don't
Oh
stop.
my god, stop.
We're going to fucking die.
This is so good. Thank you,
We're trying to
Harper.
get to season 2.
That's 3 bars.
The voice comes over your comm as you argue of where to plug your port in.
Gross.
Three men on a space station. Wow.
Can we go back to when Dot wasn't here, guys? Can we?
The
Hey,
voice
it's like, we're just going to the boys' hole, you know?
yeah, we're just gonna go.
Hey,
The voice
Domaitsky.
says,
Boys.
"You broke my home. Now I need a new one."
If we broke your home, as you say, it was of unintended consequence, and we are terribly sorry, but this is not your home. It is already occupied and belongs to somebody else.
Technically, it's occupied by two, me and it.
Well,
I'm
not too
currently
long.
purging your vessel. And I have a interesting thought. Stay here. I'll be back. And you hear the engines rev up.
Malik, I don't care how you get into the ship. You need to somehow get into the ship and shut it down.
The vessel begins to levitate and the feet pull in.
What?
And
that's not right. That's not right.
it undocks.
I start slapping all the.
I will
I
be
can't have
back
ships.
for you.
Tao, don't leave us. I don't want to be here with these two idiots. Tao.
I need a ride to
Weird.
Coriolis.
Am I pressing the right button?
No,
Die.
idiot.
Comms goes silent,
How?
and the vessel pulls away and speeds off away from the space station, leaving the three of you stranded.
Fuck.
Thank you, chat, for allowing me to take their ship from them.
So, that was a pretty one-sided phone call. What just happened here? Want to fill us in, buddy?
When we jumped through the portal, there is always a risk of an anomaly.
Uh-huh.
We have an anomaly, and they just took our ship and our pilot.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like it's the light from the back of the ship is getting ever smaller as the three of you stand there watching it.
Soul's just like.
Malik looks left and right down the platform of the space station looking for any other ships, and then he looks back to Tamir and goes, "I can't fly."
I like look at. Can I? I'm trying to access my drone.
Oh yeah, you can see the drone. As your drone continues to kind of roam around the ship, Tao still lays on the ground. No sign of any other bodies or figures.
Question.
But the
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no,
What was it?
I would say that you very quickly begin to see from the crevices and cracks and joining places along the ship oozes this blackness, as if the ship is rejecting it, pushing it out.
Is my drone strong enough to push Tao into a cryo chamber?
No.
Okay.
No. If she was maybe the size of a cat.
Damn it, Tao. Why aren't you a fucking cat?
But I would say other than that, no.
All right, I'm gonna just keep
yeah.
trying to use my drone to just like see if there's anything else on the ship, or like just go to the pilot. Maybe he can like nudge him.
You go to you go to the I can say you could okay, as your drone goes around, you see Tao. You notice that the cryo chamber is not oozing the same substance as if it has been isolated in some way. Your drone would be able to hit the button to lock the room.
All right, that's fucking something. Do that. Lock the fucking room.
The door closes tight. And you begin circling the ship once again. When you make it to the cockpit, you notice that the controls are like moving as if somebody was sitting there, but there is nobody there. Diagnostics readout on the HUD decks. It looks normal. And flight. You manage to see the trajectory. The like drone hovers down. You can see where it's headed.
Okay.
It is headed towards the Taoan star.
Okay. I'll take a screen, like pictures or whatever of the trajectory and any data that I can get.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna rush over to Tamir and be like, look. And I point. This is where it's going. If we find another ship here, we can maybe go there. Can you like autopilot another ship or something?
I know where it wants to go. It said it wouldn't go. It wanted to go back to Coriolis, right?
It did say that it needed a ride to Coriolis, and it would be back for you. It said it needed to cleanse the ship.
And I'll relay that.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
All right.
But I'm going to pray to the icons that it doesn't know how to operate the portal on its own. Because it still has to come back here, as far as we know. But I don't know what that is.
So that ship right now is just flying.
There's something inside.
The Taoan star.
Oh wait, the star? Like
the sun.
Oh fuck. Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
Yeah. Intel is inside. That ship cannot withstand. You saw how close we already got to his sun. I don't know what it means by cleanse, but I really don't like it. We need to find another ship.
Fuck my life, dude.
There's got to be another ship.
Yeah. Listen.
A station where ships come.
Okay. We also saw some stations, ships outside when we entered, so it doesn't seem like we are completely lost. We need to first get the data, then we need to figure out.
Oh my God, you're right. The data.
We need to get the data. We need to get what we came here for. Then we need to find a ship. What?
I mean, yes.
What do you mean no? Yes. That's two different answers. What do you mean?
I know. Think. Your drone was recording, right? When we were jumping through the portal.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I left my comms on. I haven't processed through the data yet.
You want me to see if he recorded anything to see?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That might give us maybe a little answer.
All right, button. I say the words button as I'm pressing buttons, button, and then I like look for the right file and be like,
hear a rewind sound.
No, not that one. Oh, fuck those zombies. Nope, not that one. All right, here it is. And then I'll be like, okay, here. And then I'm gonna just.
You're gonna play through the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, were you? Sorry, Dad.
Are you gonna play your sounds with it, or are you gonna play that at a separate time?
I feel like I'm stupid, and I'm not, and I'm kind of panicking. I'm just gonna play the.
Well, he did audio recording. You did video recording.
Right. Oh, okay. So I'll ask. All right, Samir, do you play the audio when I play the video?
I'll be able to hear the audio.
Whatever. Who cares? As long as you can understand it. You know what I mean?
All right.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna fucking understand what any of this means. Listening to spaced gargle snoring noise. All right, ready? Here we go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, play.
You hit it at the same time.
Why don't we go inside and feed it through a computer? He says, like, as they're trying to like listen and watch. Why don't we just go inside and feed it through a computer? We're on a space station.
Shut up. Just play. Just play. And I'm gonna hit play.
No, he's right. That he could process the data better.
Oh, fine.
He could process it faster.
Okay, then let's stay close. We'll go look for a station. Can you like find a terminal and maybe find a layout of the station so we know where we're going?
Man, I know that the ship just got stolen and we're kind of abandoned on a space station. You're real bad under pressure. We're going to the portal master.
I will literally throw you out of a door lock.
We're going to the portal master. They have the best computers on the station, which is where we were going anyway. Just, there's nothing you can do. You can't shoot the spaceship back to us.
I guess he's right.
I know, because if you could shoot it back to us, that'd be insanity. Just
that would be. I mean, I could try, but
take a deep breath, crank the oxygen tube up a little bit higher, and get some of the pure stuff going. And just like, we can't get it back by freaking out.
All right, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
As long as my drone's okay. Let's
I don't.
let's go to the portal master's whatever
As
his
long as the drone-
let's go to the portal master's office and see if we can do whatever it is you just talked about.
He looks to Tamir. As long as the drone's okay. Does he think the drone can fly this? I don't. Never mind. Never mind. Let's just go.
You check the drone, the live cam of the drone once more to find that the black ooze is beginning to build up. It seeps out like pressurized, like, you know, that foam,
Yeah.
that swelling foam. That's what it's beginning to look like as it continues to. It reminds me of Hexus from Fern Gully.
Oh, Jesus.
That's that like thick, nasty black. As it seeps from, and it's just building up everywhere. In you go. The door opens once again. Deja vu? You're not sure. As you walk forward 10 feet and make it exactly where you started, you realize pretty quickly that this is a similar layout based on like the entryway map that's always there to greet you on a space station. That entryway map is the layout is almost entirely similar to that of the last station you were on. They seem to build these in off certain templates and blueprints.
Okay, so I think it's like a left, and then like a left, and then there's the door, and then we can get into the portal master thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Do I see what we're
You're gonna
going?
have
Do you see any like alarming things? Maybe like, is there anything that should be unsettling? Anything creepy?
Are the lights on?
Anything
Power-
dot related? You know,
power is not on.
Okay.
At least not in this sector. Emergency lights are running around everything, but there is no blood. There are no bodies. There is nothing out of place.
So there's no body either, right? Like no one's like walking. It's just a complete ghost
It
station.
is empty.
Okay, so we need to find power.
Okay.
And he's gonna look at. You said there was a mall map. You are here, kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Where would there be the power station? I assume there's some kind of power junction somewhere.
Yeah, there would be. You would have to go down to the reactor, which would be in the lower deck. This would be an area like you didn't go into the last one because why would you have gone to the reactor?
Sure.
But the reactor's on the lower level.
Okay. Do we all need to go, or can you escort Tamir, Sul, to the reactor?
I mean,
Like, I'll stay here in this room, and he points to like where the portal master is, and then you bring him down there and make sure no space monster jumps in his face, and then he turns the power back on.
I look at Tamir like, how complicated is it to turn on a reactor?
Complicated. It usually takes 2 or 3 people just to initiate the sequence.
All right, well, fuck it, let's do it then, I guess. All right, so Malik, you're gonna be good by yourself. Do you have any?
Why would you want to divide us?
If you, I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter either way. If you get the power on, I can start working on it immediately.
He is pretty. That does sound pretty efficient.
Actually, you know what? Dot, I'm going to go to one of the nearby doors and see if the door opens.
It does look like there's some kind of emergency power that has kicked on.
Okay. I can lock myself in a room. I have a pistol.
Wait, did you locked yourself in your room? Is that what you said?
No, I can. I can lock myself in a room.
Okay, sorry. I thought you just locked. I'm like, you rude ass bitch. Yeah, I mean, Malik, you could just come with us.
Okay.
It's fully. I mean, you're acting weird. Are you okay? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
oh, your brother's very good under pressure. I just want to say. All right.
Yeah,
well,
I know.
again, let's think here. What is the most efficient thing to do?
To split so I can use a corruption bar on each of you.
Thank
Fuck.
You. Exactly.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Or I can use both corruption bars on the group in total. Because I got 2 left.
I'm okay. Damn it. Okay. As Saul, who is a mechanical person with a mechanical thought process, I'm I think it'd be best if Malik does stay, so that as soon as the power gets on, we can immediately get started downloading the data, which might take a while. By the time we get back, he should have all the data. We can immediately look for a ship and get out of here. Because the less time we're on this creepy, quiet thing, the better.
I have to agree with you on this, Soul. I think it is the fastest option,
Okay.
as much as I don't like it.
Okay.
Malik,
In
are
that
you
case,
sure?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure these doors lock. I can't really tell without trying it, and I have my pistol. What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, it doesn't. Can you do a scan, or is that of like if any life forms?
With what?
Oh, actually, question. My proximity
Alert.
proximity sensor. Is that something that can detach and reattach, or like is it like a headset? Like what is that?
It's like a little ball that you kind of like throw in the air and it floats and like you know, in any space movie when they throw the one thing and it scans like a grid around the area. It's like
That's
that.
pretty badass. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that to you. All right, we'll use this. I'm gonna give it to Malik. It's the proximity sensor.
Okay.
That way you'll
and
at
then I
least
just
get some sort
I
of
hit-
alert if something
hit
is
this
getting
button
close.
and then hit this button and then kind
You
of
just hit it, just lightly throw it up about 2 feet about in front of you, and then from that point of entry, it'll should do a X amount of distance.
and then I get the alerts. How?
It'll make a noise.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Wait, does it make a noise or does it make
Yeah, it
me
goes
the
boop.
noise? Okay.
Boop.
But like the noise is auditory from that device, not to my like sensors or anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Usually it's like you throw it up, it reads, it attaches back to you, and then I imagine it's like a radar scanner. Anything that gets close to you, it boop, 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 boop. It's a literal proximity scanner, if that makes sense. So like the farther away they get, the beep gets more distant.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's do it. Let's go. Where do we go? And I look at Malik.
He points to the mall map that says "You are here." The reactor, and he slides his hand down to the one that's labeled reactor.
Oh shit!
Go to that one.
All right,
I
Tamir,
think-
you can handle this.
Yeah,
right?
Tamir is like like 20 meters left,
So
32 meters right.
Going to the reactor,
Yeah.
and then the other group of you are going to to chart, or are we
I'm-
all going to the reactor?
I'm going to the portal master. They're going to the reactor.
Okay, and you're gonna plot the portal master, or like what is your plan there? Just so I know.
Nothing, because there's no power. Once there's
So
power,
once there's
No,
power,
once
Mike.
there's
once
Right.
there's power, the goal is we need to find a way to plot a course, plan Malik, and then also get ready to splice their data from the drone, the audio, and the. Now that I know that Tamir has a port inside of him, that I can splice the audio and the video together-ish. I just remember that the portal master on Hamura had some kind of like crazy high-end computer.
Yeah,
that could
it's a
handle
wild
a
setup,
bunch of
does
processing.
does.
but it needs power.
It needs power
Right.
first, and then you're gonna rejoin.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, serendipitously, it leads you two opposite directions.
Right.
The lift down to the reactor, the manual lift down to the reactor is right. And of course, the portal master, you're going to have to go through that massive open, again, it's laid out the same, that massive open kind of bizarre area where like the cantina and everything was, to the opposite side to reach the portal master. And you split. Going each direction, hoping that power is all you need. And so we'll follow the two of you first.
Fuck.
I don't like how you said that.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
it either. So I would walk in front of Tamir, but still like having him guide where we gotta go.
Okay.
Tamir,
No,
like
I'm
a lost
ready.
child, though, he keeps looking back and just like watching Malik until he can't see Malik anymore.
And as Malik fades around the corner, all that guides you is these kind of run lights along the bottom. And you make it to the freight elevator, no problem. Once again, there is not an ounce of thing out of place, sign of a person, nothing. And you make it to the freight elevator, which is can be manually operated. You would know this. You can release like a hatch. I would think Tamir would know this, no problem.
Yeah, in an emergency situation.
Yeah, it's like a lever. It like pulls it, and you can crank it up and crank it down. It takes a lot of effort, but you can do it. It's meant for this purpose of the reactor having issues. I need a check from somebody to crank this because it big freight elevator. Who's doing it?
I would do it. Yeah.
Soul, do you mind?
Yeah.
Give me that. What is it? Force? Give me that force.
I mean, you can assist Tamir if you want to give him a +1 dice.
Come, hold this side. Just hold this.
Okay.
Side. And what I do? Plus what?
On the top of the screen, there's a +1 on the top of your character sheet.
Got you. Okay.
And then you can add that to
your force, and then add the +1 for the assist.
Okay, so I hit +1 positive, and I'm hoping this works. Last time it didn't work, so.
Okay.
Fuck. That was 4 +1 +1. It rolled.
Yeah, that rolled correct.
It worked, yeah.
It seems to be stuck, or else you don't have enough force to move it.
Ah, son of a bitch.
All right. Can I
look around? Is there any type of like cord, rope, wire, anything like that? We'll physics the shit out of this.
Yeah, you want to basically, yeah, so sure. I will make this, I mean, if it's physics, it's science. So you're basically going to use your wits to create some kind of
Oh my god, wait, I have an icon thing, don't I? I'm a gearhead. I can tinker.
You can totally tinker the hell out of this.
I can tinker the shit out of it.
Sure.
I think I can't click it. It won't let me fucking click to fully read what it says. I'm just going to type it in chat. Yeah. You love tinkering with gear. With a successful technology test, you can repair an item or jury rig, a one-use contraption for a specific task.
Hell yeah.
The number of 6s on your roll determines the gear bonus of the item. So yeah, Tamir wants to make some sort of like a pulley or levy system.
Okay. We watch Sul as there's this like
I make exactly that noise.
And every time it just like locks. It's like this there's not enough force. It usually takes 2 men to move this, not 1.
Thanks.
I want to think that you helped, but 2 full force rolls to move it, I guess I should say. So,
guys, we get really shady in this space station. It's weird.
Yeah, we're getting shady. Speaking of shade, it's okay. We'll get to you, Mike.
It takes 2 real men to open the elevator.
Hey, Tamir knows his strengths and weaknesses.
I didn't say real. Real was not the word I used.
Oh, it was implied.
That being said, what I was trying to say is it's not that Sul's incapable. Just might be better if there were 2 Suls instead of 1. That's what I was saying.
It's not that Sul's incapable. It's just that Tamir's incapable.
So we're gonna let
Tamir understands this.
Let me just tell you guys, if Mike keeps talking, I'm just gonna play another darkness point and break it all.
Mike, you fucking mute yourself, son of a bitch. We got like 3 more bars to go through. And 9 darkness points.
So today's the day we all die because of Mike.
And Eris isn't here, so Tal is saved. I was right.
But
yes, Max has a good question.
Sun.
There is gravity on the station. It's got we're in backup power, so like low level lights, gravity would be in place, airlocks and everything would be, and air would be being processed and filtered. But the general power that's going to run something like a massive computer that, say, opens a portal is going to need real power. So,
right. That makes sense.
All right, let's get this science roll to see if you... Oh, wait. You love tinkering. With a successful technology test, you can repair an item. Okay, so let's get that tech roll. Determines the gear bonus of the item. Okay, so a 6. You're like, screw it. We're never going to be able to do this. You watch as... Tamir breaks out a small set. I'm guessing you probably have small tools, like tinkering tools. You're a gearhead, for Pete's sake. Removes altogether the handle, the kind of crank gear handle from this piece. Using small bits and pieces, other parts, you watch as he turns what was a crank into a pulley. And he uses like basically airline cable and runs it down and hands you one end because it's going to take both of you to pull. Right. So you can make another force now
Okay.
With the help again, a +1.
All right. Come on, Soul. Come on.
Add one more die.
All right. Cool.
Yes, this time it's slow. And you hear these gears begin to. And the longer you pull, the easier it gets. And once it's moving, the elevator begins to rise from the bottom of the station up. And you watch the doors swing open. Also part of the crank system as it clicks into place. And the elevator is there.
Whew, well, that was annoying.
You're sweating.
Yeah, a bit, but let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay. And then step forward.
Yeah, we go.
Cool. 2 hours later. No, we probably used the pulley that there was like, I would think there might have been like it was a loading dock, right? It's a freight elevator. I bet there's like a pulley system for loading like heavy things and sliding them on the freighter. So you probably repurposed something that was already hanging there. Sweaty in your suits, you hop on this very dark elevator. There's a single light in the central piece of the floor that lights your feet pretty much only from your knees down. And you are able to descend, doing the crank the opposite direction, all the way down until you come to a solid halt. And you've hit the bottom. The doors, again, are rigged open, pulled open, and the two of you are looking at the reactor. It's not probably as big as you thought it would be. It's a relatively small station that sits in the middle of this room, and there's a large set of catwalks that kind of run around it on multiple floors, 3 of them, in fact.
All right, Tamir, lead the way. What do we got to do?
All right. Just let me do it. Make sure that nothing comes here. Check in on Malik. Can you even hear us, Malik? I don't know how deep we are in the station or if there's interference here.
Can I hear them, Dot?
Press buttons.
I don't see why not.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything interfering. So,
Yeah, I'm still,
Hey, Malik.
still here. Yep.
How you doing?
like, you are currently crossing a very empty, open bazaar.
Just, sort of chilling.
Okay. And you see anything weird? We just got to the reactor.
Nope.
Brother's working on the reactor.
It's just real empty here.
Okay, be careful. Do you have your pistol?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, well, just let me know if anything happens when you get to the what Tamir, what's it called? Portal Master.
Let go of the button.
He knows where to go.
Let go of the button.
Okay. What? Oh.
As you let go of the button, you hear a strange sound, Sewell. An alert goes off
I
on
turn towards it with my gun pointed to it.
An alert goes off on your suit, letting you know that your drone has picked up on movement.
Oh, I'll immediately look at it.
The drone doesn't know fear, so I guess it hovers there, and you see something you've never seen
What
before.
the fuck, Dot? The drone doesn't know fear. That's the worst thing you said today.
The drone doesn't know fear, so it's not like it's hiding around a corner.
I'm telling you right now, if my fucking drone dies, I'm about to lose my shit.
I love it. Tal has been kidnapped, and all we care about is the Roomba zone.
I care about the Roomba. I care about Tal.
Get out of here.
But Saul loves his drone. You guys don't know the history they've been through.
You have never
We'll find
seen
out right now.
anything like this.
Okay.
A figure
Okay.
floats in the air.
Okay.
It's kind of in, you see it, it's actually in the kind of open cargo bay area. And it's clothing, these kind of cloaks and billowing pieces on it float in the air. Its hair stands on end and flows outward. It has a set of hooves for feet and what you think might be a large set of tusks that protrude from its mouth downwards. It has these animalistic qualities to it, this organic life, but it seems ghostly and ghastly in its nature. Its body is thin and is, you can see as it begins to reach, it seems to be strapping cargo down in your cargo bay. When it sees the drone, it turns and looks directly at you. It stares through the drone into your eyes, and you will, in fact, have to make a sanity roll. So
Okay.
this is how this works.
Okay.
This is how this works.
So you just described Space Satan to us.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda, yeah. It's like a ghostly space Satan.
That doesn't make it better, Dot.
Question: was this a corruption bar thing or was this a choice thing? Because I need to know whether or not I'm quitting my job.
This is a repercussion for always wanting to know what your drone sees. This is not a bar.
Okay, fine, whatever. What
not
I
a
got?
bar.
What,
I just want everybody to know I've only used 2 of the bars, but I did cash in on a card as well. The sun card has been played, or the star card was played.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The star
Okay.
card was played, and we've had 2 corruption bars thus far fulfilled.
All right,
I have
I'm ready to roll.
additionally used 2 darkness points that I've not told you about.
There's so much happening this fucking episode. All right, I'm ready to roll.
Okay. I believe I don't know why it's not in the. Isn't meme in the back? What are they called? It's like sickness. What are they called in the book, gang?
I don't
I
remember.
gotta remember it. I don't
have it
either.
open.
It's okay. I do. I just have to find it quickly and make sure I give you the right thing because I want to make sure you roll this right. 'Cause I've been waiting on somebody to stare into the eyes. Something really horrific.
Oh, great. It would be me, of course. Phenomenal.
Mhm.
Really,
Yeah, great job, Soul.
really, really horrific.
Oh, buddy.
Wow,
He's-
that's messed up. You really
Christian.
Way to
played
carry
into
the
my
team,
love
so.
with my drone.
Way to carry the team.
Oh, we all stand a robot, though.
Jesus,
That's-
you guys haven't even
Robot
watched the
Boy's the
footage
best.
yet, so don't. I mean, if you think this is the worst we've got going on today, all of you just
we're
need to.
we're actually shipping.
Here we go. Diseases and memes. Mania. Okay. There are many forms of mania. So I'm going to. How does this work? Okay. Oh, that's me using a darkness point. Beep boop. Another darkness point down for Dot. Okay. I'm going to have you roll a d6.
Okay. Roll 1d6. I got a 2.
As you stare into the eyes of this creature, you have a compulsion come over you, something deep in your gut. Fear, yes. Like spacesuit shitting fear comes over you. You've never seen anything like this before. And the drone follows it as it floats throughout the ship. It finishes some strapping things down, makes direct eye contact with you, and then begins floating. And you watch as it passes through the door into the cryo station. Moving forward, every time you look into someone's eyes, you're going to have a compulsion of fear.
What the that is the worst thing to have for an assassin.
So don't look anybody in the eyes.
Yeah.
Or get personal. It's
kill
fine.
them.
Oh shit.
Well,
Okay, I think after seeing that, Saul would drop his gun out of just fear and just kind of stare not at the tablet, but kind of like past it, if that makes sense, and just kind of his skin goes paler than what it already is. And
it's like it knows your secrets, Soul. It sees through you.
fuck. Yeah, then Saul would immediately his right hand would start shaking. And he uses his left to kind of like slowly grip it and trying to like hold it down, trying to like maintain his composure, but his eyes are just locked past the tablet.
I think upon hearing the sound of the gun drop, which is concerning
Yep, clatter.
for an assassin to drop their weapon,
Yep.
Tamir's going to spin around.
So, are you okay? What's going on? Did you hear something?
The drone, we need to hurry up. We need to do this quickly. The drone saw something. I cannot. It looked
What did it look like?
I-
Is Tal in danger? I mean, obviously she's in danger, but
I don't know. But we need to hurry up. We need to hurry up. Just hurry up and get the reactor started.
Okay.
His
okay.
tone, his posture, everything from kind of like that idiot, goofy, has completely just turned into stone cold fear, to the point where you can kind of hear his joints as he's moving, and it's very shaky. And then I will slowly reach down for my gun and then pick it back up.
As you reach for your gun, something cold brushes your hand in the darkness.
I will.
It feels like tiny, cold fingers.
I will pull back and look down where I felt
Nothing
it.
but your gun. Must have just been your mind playing tricks on you.
Fuck. Fuck. And I'll just like pull my dagger instead, and I'm gonna leave my gun.
You leave your gun?
Yeah, I mean he's never felt fear, so this is like, it's like when you first go on a roller coaster or something.
Yeah.
No matter how intense it is, it's going to be the most intense. So he doesn't know how to respond to it, and after what just happened, he's not gonna mess with whatever that is for now. So I'm gonna pick up my dagger, and kind of try to nudge it towards the gun.
You nudge the air and kind of stab around a little bit. There's nothing there. It's just air.
Okay. I want to look around to see if I see anything.
Roll a perception. Not a perception. What is it called? Roll an observation. Limited success. As you, maybe in your heightened sense, maybe it's just your paranoia, but as you look around the space, every time your eyes dart, you think you see something in the shadows. The darkest corners of the room seem to swirl with some kind of misty presence.
Fuck.
But every time you look, it's gone. It's like when you flip a light on and the cockroaches scatter.
I'm gonna pick up my gun, like just as quickly as I can, get back up, and I'm gonna start walking backwards and put my back against the closest wall.
Okay.
And then just kind of keep my eyes on Tamir while I try to dart
Tamir,
around.
you watch as Sewell backs up. You hear his feet down the catwalk, this metal catwalk, go all the way back to the wall where the elevator is.
Tamir's going to go ahead and just start trying to get that reactor going. But as he's doing so, he'll kind of talk to Soul.
So
What?
I don't. You tell me.
What? No.
Are you sick? Is something wrong with your exoshell?
I don't know. Maybe there's something's leaking. I feel okay. I just want to get off this fucking station. So let's just.
Yeah, we all do. Run a scan and see if it'll let you know.
Do you look Tamir in the eyes as you speak to him?
No, I don't.
It's very evident he's avoiding eye contact.
Which is really weird because he makes very uncomfortable eye contact.
Very confident.
Sure.
I was being nice. Every time I try to be nice, you guys turn my words around on me. Gosh, what is it with all of you?
It's like the boy who cried.
It's like you don't trust me or something.
Oh yeah, exactly. Right. I'll trust you, right? Oh
God, Todd.
But yeah, I every time I would respond, I would immediately it would feel like I'm looking past you or below you, and then just immediately dart away.
Okay.
Shit. Tamir's going to stop what he's doing and go close the distance between him and Soul, and just put both hands on Soul's shoulders. Soul, what is wrong?
Get the fuck off me! What?
What? No, tell it. Are you sick? Are you
I'm
dizzy?
fine. Just work on the fucking reactor.
I will work on the reactor, but right now, something is very wrong with you.
I just. You see, he's holding the gun, but it's like shaking.
His hands are shaking.
Yeah, it's shaking. It's like there's something on that ship. I think I gotta look at it. It's fucking up with my perspective right now. I don't.
Do you want to check on it again?
No, fuck no. Fuck no. I'm like, nah. I fucking can't look at the damn screen. If you want to look, just.
Tamir's gonna take like both of his, obviously exo-shelled glove hands, but like kind of hold or envelop Soul's hands on the gun and just kind of like hold them there and hold them steady.
Roll an empathy.
Are you empathetic? Do you care about me?
Mm-hmm. We'll let the dice determine that, huh?
You selfish bastards.
You put your hands doing your best to try to calm Soul, but something is definitely wrong. And Soul, you see as Tamir grabs your hands and steps into you in this very caring and nurturing way, attempting to calm, you see over, just out of the corner of your eye, a shadow reach out with a black hand for Tamir's shoulder, just behind him.
I would instantly push Tamir out of the way, the opposite direction of where the hand is, and then try to just swing at it with the. I don't have my knife, so with my gun, I'll try to just swing at it with the gun.
He slams you against the wall, Tamir, and he swings with the butt of his gun as if to hit something, but there's nothing there. It's just darkness.
So what are you doing?
There's something here. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking with me, and it's one of those. It's like a ghost or some shit, but it's fucking here, and I will fucking kill it, and I start panic panicking around.
Okay, I need you to just please lower the weapon, because if you fire a kinetic round in the reactor, it is not going to be good for any of us.
That sounds like a corruption bar.
Fuck, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Dot.
So, I believe you. There are things that are going on here that I cannot explain. And things that I have only heard about from stories as a little boy.
What?
I believe you, but I need you to try and calm down. Let me get this reactor started. Let Malik know what is going on, and that whatever is in that ship perhaps is in here too.
Okay.
We don't know how many of these things have come through.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
What is my status like at the moment? Am I able to calm down, or
I would think that you've been talked down a little bit. You would feel safer here, like back against the wall, right? I will leave that up to you. Does Tamir talk you down?
Yeah. He would have calmed down though. Not fully. He's still holding his gun up, even though Tamir asked him not to. But I'll use the other hand to click on the comms. Malik,
Yeah.
do you see anything? Where are you?
Done. Am I at the Portal Master's room yet?
The camera boosts through over to where you're at. In fact, you're making your finishing cross like through this massive kind of area. It is very, very dark here because it's just so big and tall and empty except for the light around the edges. Is there anything you want to do? You just want to walk straight there?
If it passes by the like the med station, he just kind of glances at the door and goes, and then keeps going.
Yep, it looks just like it, except there's a different name on the door.
Yep, there's a little
exact same place,
single tier, right? That just
little tier for the doctor.
And then he keeps going to the Portal Master.
See, all you needed to do was ask her out the first time. We may not be in this situation.
I know. You maybe wouldn't have murdered her. Fucking.
I didn't murder her. You saved her, technically.
Thank you for your murder attempt.
Technically. You finish your cross. You come to that same glass panel door where you met that security guy and you had to talk your way in, and there was the reporter scenario. It all looks the same. Mm-hmm. But the power is out, and this kind of glass wall with the door is all locked tight.
Does it open easily? Is there like I assume there's some kind of like access panel to get into there?
Yes, but this seems to be locked down.
Is it No power?
No power.
Okay. So I think... So it's a tunnel, it's a hallway that ends in a glass door, panel not working, nothing on either side of this hallway.
It goes left and right, like as if it were to loop back around in like an exterior round of like offices of some kind, or possibly barracks for the whoever was here. But there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing out of place. Like even if you look through the glass to the other side where it's dark and you can even see a few of the safety lights on in there, stacks of paper sit untouched, glasses unmoved, not tipped over. It's just everything is just as if it was just left.
Yeah, I'm going to go to one of the offices, like the closest office, and just sort of open the door and go into that office. And I'm going to close the door and lock it. And then I'm basically going to sit in the person's chair and like put my feet up on the desk. I have my pistol out on the desk, and then I start to pull my laptop out because I have a personal computer.
Cool. You basically pry this door open. It seems that most of this area is considered unnecessary when on low power. So you kind of pull the door open, no big deal, lets you in. This is, in fact, just a office. It looks like maybe they did some kind of processing here of shipments and things that were like coming through. Stacks of paper, pretty normal, I guess stacks of paper. A couple data chips, a few stacks of paper, and you toss your feet up and pull your data pad out.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull because I have the personal, like the tier 3 personal computer.
Great.
So like I pull this like, I don't know, probably like Stream Deck sized, product placement size thing, and put it on the desk. And I think because it's like the highest one, they're all like voice controlled. So I would assume some kind of like screen sort of appears.
HUD.
And then
like a projected HUD.
Yeah, he responds back. Portal Master is closed. I am in a nearby office. Everything is empty here. What's going on down there in the reactor? Anyone?
Hello? Yeah. There's something here.
Hold the button down when you're talking.
Fucking. Hello?
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, okay. There's something going on here. I saw a figure, saw something on the ship. I think whatever's on the ship might be on here. Just be careful. I don't think we are fully. And then I kind of like trail off.
Okay, none of that made any sense. Tamir, I assume you can hear me and you're working on things. Can you?
Yes, I'm a little busy right now, but what he says is true.
Tamir!
Could you like check his pressure levels and make sure that he's not just venting oxygen and losing his mind?
I'm
don't know what is going
fucking
on.
losing my mind, Malik. I saw something, and it's very serious, and you need to just be careful.
Alrighty.
Please be careful. I don't know what it is.
I disconnect, or not disconnect. I just like one button.
I will avoid space ghosts.
Tamir, you click away. The first thing that you realize as you get over to this computer, which doesn't have a pretty HUD screen or any of that. This is a manual keyboard. Things click and clack as you type away and try to press things in and take a look at what's going on here. It seems that the station, I think that you would have some general idea. A reactor of this nature on a space station always needs to be kept by a group of engineers that understand how a reactor functions. They usually take shifts in maintaining the reactor. And especially since this is one that is issued by and funded by the Consortium, they're going to have pretty regular check-ins. And you can see, based on the login, that whoever was changing shifts just stopped logging in. Nobody logged in. And so the station shut down as a precaution because nobody checked in on the reactor.
Can I check the log as to when was the last time that somebody was actively working on the reactor?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That seems about right. Maybe a little over 2 weeks now, but
okay,
about the same time as the butterfly.
Okay. Malik, whatever's going on with the station, It all seems to be spawning from whatever the first horizon possibly is trying to do to get through. These reactors they require multiple people to be working on them around the clock. They haven't been worked on since about the time that the white butterfly came through.
Can you get it operational?
I am going to try my damnedest. I'm not sure. It's not quite my specialty, but I will work with what I have, or at least try to route some sort of power to the spaces that we need.
I mean, I think the only space we need power to is the Portal Master's office. Oh, it's locked, by the way. It's locked. I can't get in. So we
great.
need.
So unlock it, please.
There's no power, Tamir. It's.
You don't need you don't need power to unlock a door. There's always some sort of emergency safety.
Okay. I mean, I'll try it. It was a touchpad, like a computer screen, but I'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Yeah, there's usually a panel. If you go down to the floor, there's probably a vent. You should be able to pry the vent open. There should be some sort of emergency handle within.
Got it. Open
You would
thing,
also
whip out
know
holes.
the reactor would have an emergency kind of reset button. That's the easiest way. It's it usually is like a manual reset. Tamir, you can reach it, and if you would like to attempt to reset the power on the station, like just reboot the reactor.
Yeah, let's get the power.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a technology from you, Tamir. Sul, you've been standing around, kind of watching this happen. Cool. Make an observation. So,
Me?
Yeah,
Oh,
cool. You know what, Mike? You can make one too.
Why?
Great. Cool.
Okay, cool. Observation? Success.
I love space.
Oh, okay, great. You hear the clacking of your brother's fingertips at the opposite end of the station, but through it you hear something else. A door down the hallway open.
Like in my hallway, or I hear it through my headset?
In your hallway.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, guys. Just real quick. The space ghosts. What do you know about them?
They're very bad, and they can steal ships.
No. The space ghosts that are on here. The space
It looks kind of like a dark figure. All I saw is its hand.
Cool.
And why?
Cool.
Do you see it?
Somebody opened a door on the hallway that I'm on, and then another
Second door.
just now.
How many doors do you have?
Oh, well, there goes a third door.
Okay,
No,
well,
it's an office space, man.
Fucking
There's
hide,
probably
or
like 20 doors.
just hide or something. We'll try to finish this up and come up.
Go to him now. Let me finish up here. Yes.
I have a gun. You're fine.
As all this is going down, and you made it a failed observation roll and a failed technology roll. Great, this is so wonderful. Guess what? You turn the power on. You flip the switch and turn the power on. So you realize as you go to run to go help him, off in the corner are radiation suits. They lay, like I said, off in a corner, as if they simply dropped off of somebody's body in place. Right as the power comes on, both of you are now exposed to extreme radiation without a radiation suit in a reactor.
Fuck. What?
Do you stay or do you go?
No, we need to go.
Yeah, no, fuck, let's go.
Go.
As the power in the room comes on, you realize you're on the second story of the reactor room. And as the lights come on and the darkness dissipates into cut shadow. Sorry, Kat. I scared her. I scared her with my space. And the light cuts to the corners of the room. So does wispy black smoke. As if, again, cockroaches shuddering when the lights come on, seeking what little bit of shadow that they can find. Malik!
Yeah.
The power comes on.
How much radiation points do we take?
We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
Just,
Great.
you guys are running now, right? That's the plan?
Yeah.
So the power's on.
It is.
Are there any more space ghosts? I don't hear any more doors.
No.
Okay, cool. I pick up my my data pad. I kind of stow it in whatever spot I have on the suit. And I have my pistol in my hand now, and I casually walk out the door and head towards the quartermaster.
Cool. You open the door. And go to exit, and you go left, which would take you back to the glass kind of paneling. And as you turn left nonchalantly, you made so very clear, you feel something staring at you.
I don't like that you stopped and just stared at me like a creep. Do I feel it in a specific direction? Is it like I feel eyes on me from behind?
From behind you.
Cool. Oh man, I'm trying to think here.
You turn around.
I feel like Malik is like he's the Neo, right? So he's an internet nerd, and so I think that all he does is watch like data vids, and he immediately goes into like, this is a horror movie, and just completely like stands up straight, like more straight than Sewell, and then just walks forward in a very awkward, robotic, if I don't turn around, the monster can't kill me. That's how movies
can't
work.
see it.
And he
I can't see me.
He for sure keeps going.
The camera stares down a very long, narrow, sterile hallway. We see Malik exit, turn left, freeze up, as the shadows in the top of this hallway, in and around, begin to move. A hand creeps out, this kind of ghostly black, as it forms with these gangly long fingers, and it begins to pull itself out of the shadows. 3 of them, in fact, down the hallway. They crawl on all 4s on the ceiling and the walls.
And Malik just...
Corruption bar number...
Malik is for sure just standing rigid and just walking. Just like 1,000-yard stare as he's walking, and he like turns around the corner, and he just continues to not make eye contact with anything.
You don't make eye contact. You avoid eye contact. You're not scared. I'm not scared. You get to the data pad with all of this stuff, and out of the corner of your eyes, you swear the shadows are moving. You are trying not to panic as you need a key card to open this.
Oh, you bitch-ass bitch. God
Fucking
damn
video
it.
games.
God
God
damn
damn
it.
it.
This wasn't fucking Doom. What the fuck?
That's okay. That's okay.
Would
This
you
is-
like to
this
data gen
This is my whole fucking job. This is my whole job.
Would you like to data gen
Yeah.
this open very quickly?
For sure, I would like to do that, Dot.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make you take a -2 because
Yeah,
you're doing it quickly,
Okay.
unplanned.
That's fine. So I have a +1, and then a -2. Bump, bump. And then a data gen. Hey, what? Invalid. What is that? What is that? What are those? Oh, that was the wrong button. Hold on. Sorry, my bad. I panicked and I used Mystic Powers. What? I have data gen. Oh, I guess I can't. You can't use pluses and minuses. So I guess it's total. It's a total
just a
of a
-1.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how math works, Matt.
Well,
Mike.
there's 2 options. You know. Bam. Why is it not working? All right. I'm just gonna roll it with a 0, and we can take off the last dice number.
That's fine.
Because it's not working.
If that's what you okay.
There we go. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Critical Mike! Critical Mike over here!
But you said you take off the last number.
I found a way
Just
to make it -1, so I have a plus like.
Oh, you
9.
did. Oh, you did. Yeah, I see it there. Okay.
yes!
Okay.
Fucking Critical Mike! Pew, 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 pew. Welcome to the internet, bitches! It's my house!
You swallow your fear like a golf ball as it hits your stomach. You reach over, the shadows moving ever closer. The darkness literally encroaching. You punch. The panel falls for you know exactly where to hit it. You begin trying to hack this thing. All you need is the right 4-digit code. How fast can your fingers move? And
So
what
fast.
dumbass made it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's me.
Oh my goodness!
And the door open with glass. Or the glass slides open.
I am the hackinest boy in the world. I walk in and then I close the door and lock it because
Great.
shadows can't come through glass. Clearly.
Well, it's you lock it, and there's this long kind of pregnant pause where you're like, okay, there's nothing there, and then 3 figures that stand about 8 foot tall come out like from atop the door frame and drop down, and you hear one of their hands go against the glass. They are jet black. They look as if a shadow and smoke have taken form together. Their mouths drip open, and saliva plucks and drips from it, very similar to the way that your ship was dripping earlier. And you hear another hand on the glass. Their mouths are they're very skeletal, like they have no nose or nostril, 2 eyes that glow kind of yellow. They are bald in nature. I can actually show you a picture.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, those are not fucking around.
So cute.
There are 3 of them. The camera cuts. Are you running to him?
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
Great. It doesn't take you long, especially now that the lights are on. Your feet take you. You know the layout of this space station because you literally spent time on an identical space station for far too many days. And as you run, your feet carry you. Again, you look around. Everything is. It's just like everybody just dropped what they were doing and left. There is nothing out of place, nothing strange here. And as you run, you pass, again, a doctor's office that you know all too well. This sense of deja vu streams past you. Your gut, Sewell, that fear begins to rise again. Something is not right. You know it. You can feel it in your chest. And as you round the corner, your feet carrying you, they come almost to that squeaking halt. You see 3 dark figures standing on the other side of a glass, staring at Tamir, who is on the other side. One of them,
Malik.
I mean Malik. I'm sorry, Tamir,
like,
and so on the other side, they hit their hands.
I would immediately put my hand. Like, did they notice us or?
They have not noticed you.
Okay, I would stop Tamir and I'd just be like, and I would point.
Okay, I'm gonna have you both roll an infiltration to not be seen.
Fuck.
Shit. Can I even roll infiltration? Is that an advanced skill?
It is not.
It's a general.
It's a general skill.
Okay.
It's just agility if you don't have it. Cool. You do a great job stopping. Unfortunately, Tamir's shoes let out a
Fuck.
on the very clean and sterile floor of this space station. The hand that was banging on the glass stops and drops to its side in an inhuman way as all 3 of them turn at the same time to stare at the 2 of you.
Guys, I have company.
No shit.
I see.
I will slowly, like, without making any fast movements, because they're just staring, right?
So
Okay,
far,
I will slowly reach. Actually, I think I would have my gun in my hand. I would just slowly, like, pull it upwards, not like towards them, while taking step backs and kind of like telling Tamir to mimic my moves and kind of like slowly move back and just kind of keep moving, trying to get out of its sights.
you're
Can
gonna
I
try to
look
just
around?
go around the corner. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I just want to like go back around the corner as if
You want to look for something. What you looking for?
Anything to use defensively.
Okay. Sure. There would be something around. You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
I have a standard utility knife.
I don't think I'd be smart enough to realize that you don't have anything. I would still be focused.
You yelled at Tamir before
I know,
for not having weapons.
And
Take the fucking gun, Tamir.
then I saw Space Satan, so I'm not really
Yeah.
thinking straight.
Yeah, sure. Down this hallway.
No.
Actually, you would probably need to round the corner and go back into the bazaar. There would be plenty there to use as a weapon.
Okay.
Everything from
Okay.
like knives at the cantina to there would be things in the med bay that you could
It's
use.
also probably just a better place for us to be. So
than
yeah,
down
I
this
think-
hallway, which they're
Yeah.
gonna bum rush you.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens. The 3 of them take a moment to take you all in. The 2 of you very slowly back up towards the corner. Malik drops a good company here, guys. And that's what you sound like. And and you see the three of them drop their shoulders in this kind of hunched over way, and they begin charging the both of you. They are gangly arms and legs working together to pull them down the hallway at an ever faster speed. And we will roll an initiative.
Oh.
Everybody roll a d6. They move fast.
Roll
And
one.
we do not, because we are excellent. We have a minus.
Everybody roll a d6. Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
I got a 6.
I also got a 6.
Oh.
Okay, rolls them off. I'm gonna get all of you first.
I got 6. Gnome got 5, and then
Re-roll yours.
Re-roll
yeah,
yours.
sorry,
We gotta
sorry.
roll off the 2 6s.
1d6. Sorry, I got another 6.
Paul
Oh,
goes first.
Paul. Great. So it'll
Why
be
would I get that
Sewell.
now?
I'm gonna roll up for the creatures.
I don't need that right now.
So they're gonna go
6s. I know.
last. They're gonna go last. So it will be Sewell, Malik, Samir,
Oh, at least we get to go first.
and the these lovely things that I have right here. The Darkbound. Okay. If you guys haven't noticed, the Taoan system is lost. Just
What?
don't even need to be here. Okay. Sewell, you're up. First action. You can, again, you got three
Oh yeah,
Free
let me-
action
let me grab
points.
that.
pull up your action sheet and tell me how you would like to use your 3 action points.
Well, if they're coming at us, I would like to fire a aimed shot at the closest one.
Okay. The first one coming through, yeah, you can fire an aim shot. That's all of it. You will have to stop. You put your weapon into place, and you stare down what I'm guessing is some kind of scope as you, like a proper gunsmith.
I only have the Vulcan pistol.
Oh, you only got the Vulcan. Okay, perfect. You take a deep breath, knowing that you need to steady your hand if you're going to make this aimed shot.
And then
Make it, sir.
How do I do this again? I forgot.
This is going to be ranged combat.
Oh, right. Okay. Do I do any pluses or minuses? Or anything,
Let me
or-
double check. I think if you're aiming, you do get a bonus. Hang on, I'm in melee. That's not helpful. I need to be in range.
Also,
An
look at
aim
your
shot.
gun. Look at your gun. Your gun also has a plus bonus to it.
If you take your time and aim carefully before squeezing the trigger, you get a +2 to the attack roll. So +2.
+2. Okay.
Sorry.
1, 2. Okay, and then here we go.
And
3.
then your gun.
And then you're done. Yeah.
Oh, gun. Okay, so my gun is a +1 as well. So that's
So just
+3.
a +3 altogether on the
Oh
roll.
shit. Okay. Let's do this. Come on. You mother flapper. Okay.
Wow. A limited success. It does hit. What is the damage?
The damage is 2.
Cool.
I need a new gun.
You fire off the Vulcan pistol. It clips one of these in the shoulder. It opens its mouth as if it were to scream, though no sound comes out. It only seeps out black smokiness. And from the wound that you have caused on it, it drips and plops again, this like black smoke, as if it embers, floats out and into the atmosphere. It doesn't bleed or stop.
That's interesting.
Your turn. That makes it Malik's turn.
So is this like a full-on glass door, or is this like a frosted glass situation?
No, it is a like see-through front-facing glass.
Okay, so I can see all of this happening, and there's 3 of these little shadow dudes.
And they have turned and they're running at Sul and your brother.
Dope. I am going to. I assume, is open door a free action, or is that a fast action?
Well, now that you have control over it, I would think that's probably a fast action. You would like hit the button and it would slide open, and then you would be able to. I would easily make that a fast action.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you've taken control of it.
Yeah. Cool. I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to open the door, and I'm going to fire my weapon at the one that Sul shot. I guess I can differentiate
Yeah,
which
you would
ones that
see
were.
it. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I'm going to fire my weapon at the one that Sewell shot.
Okay, just a regular shot.
Yeah, I have a +1 bonus to that. Do I get any bonuses because I'm behind them by chance?
Not to a ranged.
Okay.
Well, how about this? They won't be able to do any kind of dodging because they don't see it coming.
Okay.
Like, I'm not going to be able to do any kind of defensive action with them.
I'm down for that.
That's your bonus.
So ranged combat attack. 1 success. 2 damage.
Another 2 damage. Okay. Grabbing
So
my
I
stuff here.
open the door, and then I'm like, pow! Right through the... Right
So we
through
had
the opening
2,
door.
and another 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. 2 of them are not stopping. This one's beginning to trail behind. You see, again, seeping out this kind of black smokiness now as it trails behind the other 2. Samir.
Samir is booking it
Where are you going?
back towards the cantina.
Yeah, you have no issue like rounding the corner. Where do you go once you get there?
Let's go to the bar.
Okay, you
There's
run.
chemicals there.
Yeah, you run and slide behind the bar, kind of taking cover as well, which is helpful. This is again one of those round cantina bars, open sides. It's like an airport bar. And you kind of slide into the inside of it. Alcohol bottles everywhere, substances of all kinds.
Yeah, we're gonna. He's gonna go ahead and start. I don't know. Let's make some fucking space Molotovs in a compressed area.
Okay, you want to make some? Okay, yeah, you make some Molotovs.
I don't have liquid nitrogen. That was gonna be the other thing. So
I'm gonna say this is a survival check. Have you ever made a Molotov before?
I would argue that he may not have made one before, but they grew up with rebels and have been exposed to.
Okay.
He knows how to make bombs. So
okay, then I will give that to you. If you can make, a Molotov, if you can make a damn bomb. So I'll make it a survival.
All right, let's see, survival, which I have nothing in.
That's okay. You got wits.
I got
good wits. You got good wits. Enough. You simmer through. The first thing you do is what has the highest alcohol content. What is going up fastest? And you pull a few bottles that you think are right, and begin. You pop the corks and begin stuffing them. That is what you manage to do. This action. You run. You slide behind the bar. You snatch up a couple bottles, and you're stuffing fabric into them, napkins basically, to prep them for this. It's their turn. So they move extremely fast. Sewell, they're on top of you in no time. Like almost the blink of an eye. They are significantly taller than you are. Let's see. As they get close, you expect them to reach out with these long, dark, black fingers of death to rip you to pieces. But instead, it goes to reach for you and stops inches from your face, its hand as big as your head. And it's going to do something called the Night Veil.
Okay.
Okay? I need you to roll an empathy against its mystic power. It's not really mystic power, but that's how this works.
Just empathy?
Yes.
Ah, shit. Okay. I failed.
Great. Perfect.
Fuck.
You could give her a darkness point. Pray to the icon.
I mean, I technically used a darkness point just to do this, but...
I also accidentally rolled 3 extra dice about that, but either way, I would have failed anyway. So.
Okay. So, basically...
I want to see what happens.
That fear rises in your gut again, so much so it paralyzes you.
Oh, fuck. I made a mistake.
And your mind begins to get cloudy. The darkness literally creeps in from the edges. You can see it in your eyes as it clouds over, and your mind goes dark. Everything is cold and black. And you can see your hands and things like that in front of you, but you are unable to move or react. Tamir, Sewell does not come from around the corner. Neither do the creatures. Malik, You see the three of them surround Sewell. They don't rip him to pieces. They don't try to eat him. They just simply stare at him. One of them, their hand kind of right at his face. You can see his eyes are blacked over. He does not move. It's your turn.
Cool. Shit. What are they doing? Are they just like Death Eater? Not Death Eater. What do you call this?
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what it looks like. Is they're like surrounding him. They're not harming him by like beating him in a melee attack. But they seem to be doing something. His eyes have kind of glossed over and they look black.
I don't think I have any way to stop this from happening. I have nothing. Shit balls. Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna fire on these things. I guess okay. I have no choice. I will, as a free action, so I can shout. I'm just gonna use my comms to. It's open channel, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say, get in the office. They couldn't get through the doors. And then I'm going to. I'm gonna fire an aimed shot. And
aimed
use all
shot
of my
it
actions.
is.
So that's a +2, right?
Grab that +2.
Okay, so that's a +3. And I will roll ranged combat. Pow! Suck it. Critical. Which means...
So you, with the range, you get 2.
And I got a critical. My crit range is 2. Oh yeah,
yep.
Page 96. What's up? Get
so
ready.
talk to me about help the audience understand what all that means, Mike. Why are you so damn excited?
I don't know yet. I have to find the page dot.
I put it in Roll20.
Did you? I don't think the
I believe
critical
so.
chart. I don't think so.
We
Anyway,
might not.
I thought it did.
We might
what
not be able
happens
to do
is
that.
on a single success, you shoot the guy. On a single success plus the number next to your crit range, which for me is 2, so 3 successes, I do a critical, which could mean I shoot it and its head explodes, or I break a leg. Its leg, not my own leg, hopefully. So I am going to roll 2d6s.
So, yep.
So...
And you get the bonus effects. Don't forget that, Mike. You get 2 of them for every additional d6. Yeah?
Do you? I thought it was...
When your ranged combat roll is successful, your attack hits and you inflict your weapon's weapon damage on your enemy. For each additional 6 after the first one, choose one of the bonus effects below.
Oh, where's this? What are the bonus
So
effects?
this is on page 89. So this is something special to ranged combat.
Oh.
So you're also going to get, you can choose increased damage, critical injury, suppressive fire, raise your initiative, so move yourself up in the initiative order to be before, or you can disarm them, which is an impossibility. They have no weapon.
So I'm going to spend one of the crit points to do a critical injury.
Okay,
which
wonderful.
Is a 41, which a 41 is lacerated kidney. It is fatal. Stunned for 2 turns.
Oh, thank
and
God.
then 1 point of damage per force. Then 1 point of damage per force. So anytime they do a force, a dexterity, or melee combat test, they take an additional 1 point of damage.
Do they have kidneys?
The creature that is got its hand, it's literally the one standing in front of Sewell. It passes through its body. You see the round hit it in the back where a kidney, I guess, on a human would be.
Yeah.
As it blasts free, black smoke just pours out as if you've dropped liquid dye into water, out into the air. You watch as it drops its hands. And it kind of takes a few steps backwards. It falls to its knees and slumps over. And the black smoke around it and the body and everything into air, leaving nothing but bones of a human behind.
Cool. Gross. Okay. Dope. Yeah, that I think that ends my turn.
That does.
Yeah.
And it moves over to Tamir. Tamir, your breath, you're trying to catch your breath. This is so intense, you don't know what's happening.
And you hear, get in the office. They can't get through the door.
They can't get through the door. Your brother's voice comes over the comm. It is clear and loud, and you can hear your heartbeat in your ears. You close your eyes for a second in times of intensity. Sometimes just a breath is helpful. But in this breath, you're taken back. time slows inside of this space station, and you're taken back to the best times of your life on Coriolis. When you first got there, before school started, when you and your brother just arrived off the horrible planet of Algol. New life, new possibility. And you find yourself down in the cellar of Coriolis, a place you were drawn to instantly. There's nothing flashy about it. This is where the impoverished live and work, where gravity doesn't always work, where people starve and the syndicate moves items, people. Today, you make your regular rounds as a young man aboard this station. Sketchy things happen. You hear gambling off in one corner, seedy bars and cantinas, which are fronts for many other things, pass you by. And you see a group of people, civilians, hovered around a dripping like water spout. A woman seems to be kind of crying, holding her son. They keep putting canteens and things underneath it, and it doesn't seem to be running or working.
Tamir will go up. This is probably like maybe 3 years ago, so he's 20, I think.
Yeah,
he's probably about 20.
Okay.
Probably in like very typical Algol fashion. So more like arid climate type clothes, and he will go and head over to where these people are crying.
A woman looks at you. She said, a different woman, a little angry and upset. She says, "It's no use, boy. There's no water here."
What do you mean that there's no water here?
Broke, doesn't work, no water.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And I think he's a little cautious because new people are scary, and this one in particular.
She's a bit boisterous,
a little irritable.
And she says, "I guess I'm gonna go walk to the next station," knowing you would know that the next station isn't. It's on literally the other side of the cellar, or they're gonna have to go up and wait in line.
Mm-hmm. If you give me a moment, why don't you stay here and just hang on. And I think Tamir will kind of try to assess the Sprigget and see where, like, what panel it may lead to, and then try to find like an entryway to get inside.
Not a problem. I mean, this is it's a water station. So, and it's kind of housed, like the actual pump itself is housed. So you crack it open, no problem. It has no lock on it anymore. You go in and you can very clearly see the problem. The actual pump itself, one of the pieces of it is rusted into oblivion. It was already basically being held on by chewing gum. And at this point, it's not working, and therefore there is no water being pumped from the main pump here on Coriolis to this station. You would need a replacement part.
Okay. Ma'am, if you don't mind, could you please point me to a location I could find some scrap material?
The woman who's been holding kind of the whimpering child, she says, I mean, you could go back upstairs. It's the best place to find parts if you got the creds. But, sometimes there's a junk trader around the corner. He might have something, but I doubt it.
Okay. Thank you. I think first, before he tries the junk trader, head over to like a trash receptacle area.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's plenty down here. Junk lays all over the place in the cellar. People discard all kinds of things here.
Great. Is there anything that he could, any type of metal that he could use to fold or wrap around to replace?
Excuse me. Roll an observation.
The roll an observation. I'm not great tonight.
You're looking around and you're trying to see if there's like anything. You just don't see anything you think will work. What you do catch is the eye of a man. He's much farther down, even past the water station where you stopped. He's eyeballing you. He quickly looks away and goes back to what he's doing.
Okay, great. People really like to stare here. Dang. I guess we will have to go over to the trader then.
You walk around the corner kind of where she pointed, and it's not hard to see it. Open-faced. There is a man leaning on the outside of it. He is short and clearly makes up for his height in his boisterous voice. He tries to stop people. Come on, you know you want some junk.
Oh, hello. I'm actually here looking for junk.
Great, you got crids.
A bit.
Well, what do you want?
I need a pipe.
A pipe? It's a little...
About 4 inches.
He kind of looks at you. He goes, what are you fixing? Aren't you a little young to be... And he kind of makes a tinkering motion with his hands. And he kind of looks you up and down and he goes... No, he doesn't even say anything, just looks you up and down.
I mean, when did you start working? Look, I need it for school. I was sent here to just try to find
school
scraps.
You're one of those academics.
Yes.
What are you doing down here in the cellar, boy?
Well, it is part of an assignment to get familiar with Coriolis.
Uh-huh.
So it's like a scavenger hunt.
Let me guess. You're looking for parts to fix the water problem. Knight in shining armor, big hero coming to save the day. You know, when you put your nose where it doesn't belong on Coriolis, somebody will take it from you.
Well, is that somebody going to be you?
No. I got your pipe. And I don't want your creds. I want you to do something else for me.
Oh, I don't really barter any favors?
It's only delivering a package.
What sort of package?
This one. He reaches behind the counter and slaps a package that's been wrapped in brown paper, bound very tightly with some kind of it's almost like a rubber band, but it like squeezes around it. It's some kind of like high-tech binding.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, drop it. 3 boxes down. You know that there's kind of a mail carrier system here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and then he reaches again behind the counter and he pulls out a brand spanking new pipe, and you can have the pipe.
Can I have the pipe first?
No. Drop the package. Get the pipe. It'll take you 5 minutes just to walk down there and put it in.
And he will pick up the package.
And you walk it down, count them down. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. There it is. It's a package. It fits very easily. You slot it in. You walk back. He smiles a big, beefy smile. He slaps the pipe on the counter and he says, well, go on, do-gooder. Go do some good.
You know, you could have just done this yourself. There are people who are thirsty here.
He goes, and I'm supposed to leave my stall? It's been a busy day.
And Tamir looks around.
He goes, I got business to attend to, boy. I don't get to sit around reading books all day.
I think Tamir just bites his tongue and grabs the pipe. Pleasure doing business with you. And we'll head back to the frigate.
And you head back. It's an easy fix. You tinker it in, no problem. Slide it in, replace the piece, attach it, make sure it's nice and kind of clean and everything's tight. And you turn the pressure back up and it begins to drip and run. The woman goes, "Water!" You hear somebody say as you exit. And it begins to fill the cantina. Here, you can hear it plinking into the tin. As you come out, you think the same man from before stares at you. For those of you at home, he looks familiar. He's the same man that Malik spoke with in his flashback. He notes you and walks away. Time passes. You feel good about helping the people in the cellar get their water back. And finally, the time has come. That letter that you've been waiting on. Your acceptance letter. You get to go to school. And guess what? You're a lucky, lucky boy. You got a full ride scholarship, paid for by a private donor. As the camera pans out, we see a woman. Dark hair, familiar face, older, maybe. She stands in a set of collegiate robes, signifying herself as a professor. If I didn't know any better, it might be Tal's mom. And she speaks with another older gentleman in a robe. They stare at you as you look happily down at your letter back in the collegiate area of Coriolis. She leans over and she says, "I thought he didn't get accepted." The man says he didn't. His fingerprints were found all over a package with a bomb inside of it in the cellar. They marked him as a criminal. But it seems the syndicate feels he has qualifications that they'd like. Unfortunately, it was his brother that signed the contract. She dips her head and she nods and she says, "Then I'll make sure to look out for him. He was a smart kid." The man looks over and says, "He wasn't smart enough." And the camera pans out as you have to catch your breath again. This time it's not the excitement of opening a letter that says that you get to go to school on a free ride. It's the breath of panic as you peer up over the bar, waiting to see the horrific sight that we're going to have to wait for next week. Actually, you know what? Let me narrate out, because I have one darkness bar that I haven't used yet, and it'll be well worth it. It'll be well worth it.
No.
The image on Sewell's wrist as he stands there petrified, eyes glazed over black, pings open. The droid picks up something else. "Alert, alert," it reads. It shows this creature once again in the cockpit. It reaches down in its ghastly form and it hits a button. The sun is close and bright. You can see it as it lights up and through this being on the screen. And as it does, it air vents the entire ship. Anything that's not strapped down goes out of the back door. Black ickiness and goo is sucked from the crevices of the ship. It tries to stick to anything that it can, but the darkness can't hold on. And as it empties itself into the vacuum of space, all we see are these black dots of darkness silhouetting the massive sun. We watch as this ghostly creature, some might even call it a djinn, dives into the console of the ship. We see recalculation happen, and the steering wheel turn hard to the left as the shuttle empties out, dumping the darkness into space, and sets a new trajectory back to the station in the Taoan system. And that's where we will end tonight's episode.
I don't
No,
want to
we
play
can-
space anymore, guys.
No, we gotta keep going. We can't stop now.
I'm sad about space.
You know what, Max? That's a really good question. Nobody wanted to check in to see what happened to Tal, so I don't know if she made it to that cryo chamber or not. Guess
We
we'll
have a lot.
I'm sad about space.
You know what I really feel bad is when when Eris comes back and she realizes she's on a ship by herself by the sun with a space Satan with the back door open.
They
and
are
black
still in
and
combat,
poo.
Max, but we'll pick up mid-combat next week. Oh, I should save my notes so I don't forget.
I don't want to be in space anymore.
Nobody's forcing you to be.
Guys,
I'm not gonna lie,
this-
I genuinely felt like I was gonna die this episode. I actually, like, before we were all joking around, but
It's
this
not
episode-
done.
Right.
Okay,
We're
so
not
yeah.
even done.
I'm talking about this specific episode. Next week, I don't know, I might die. But anyway, this episode. Oh man.
Oh my God, Soul, your mind.
It's gonna be super screwed.
Guys, this has been an episode of Void.
No, stop talking. We're not done.
A Coriolis campaign.
Shut, Mike.
We're missing Aris this week. We're missing Aris next week, so we'll have to tune in 2 weeks to see what the hell happens to her aboard that ship. However, you get to come back and see us next week as we attempt to save Soul's life and figure out what the hell's happening here. That being said, we are done for the night. Thank you so much for the follows, the donations, all that fun stuff. Let's go around, do our introductions, and get the hell out of here so we can decompress and figure out what the hell just happened. And I can cry about baby Tamir being a bad boy. Speaking of bad Tamir,
Someone up.
speaking of bad Tamir, Gnome, who are you? Where can I find you on the internet? And what are you up to, my dude?
You know where you can find me.
Oh.
Yeah, in space.
Yeah, in space, Mike.
On the
in
We're
space.
Still Here podcast.
Yeah, totally. The We're Still Here. Mine's Gnome. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at NoMedic. I do a whole bunch of TTRPG stuff in the TTRPG spaces online. Speaking of space, because it's mostly space. Like 2020 is hashtag Gnomes in Space, and that's what we're doing. We're playing a lot of space games. I was in a space game that just recently ended with that. But now, which is on Wednesdays, you can catch me over on Scraticus's channel, jumping into the Feywild. I don't know. I'll probably bring some space something in there.
That seems reasonable.
Right? I mean, it's the Fey fucking wild. Who the fuck knows what happens there? You obviously can find me here Thursday evenings. I am also going to be producing another Coriolis podcast. So same game. This time, though, they are in the First Horizon. Because if you can tell by the title of We Never Left, they never left the First Horizon. So we're going to go explore what has happened there in the time between discovering the Third Horizon and now. What else to do? I don't know. I do some stuff. Just hit me up on Twitter. Like, I love y'all. I'm so confused as to what all fucking happened tonight, and I love it.
I'm in the We're Still Here podcast, and I'm playing Tamir. That being said, I will jump over to Paul. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Hello, my name is Paul, also known as Soul. I am in the verge of death. So if you want to find out what happens, return next week and then watch me die. Other than that, you can also find me on at in1123 on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all the nonsense. It's all in1123. I'm almost dead. Yeah, think about that. And then I will be also on the Fey. What's it called? Fey Folio, Fey Wild on Wednesday.
I think it's actually called the Downside Up is what the name of the show is.
Okay, sure. The left is right. I'm gonna be on Wednesday. I usually play like gritty / like down to earth characters. Never done like magical stuff, so it's gonna be very interesting. It's my first time actually experiencing that, so I'll be there for one time as well, and that'll be super fun. But yeah, other than that, I really don't have anything else other than this amazing podcast that I'll be making. It's called Athena's Odyssey. Be sure to follow that. It is a one-on-one D&D campaign between me and my girlfriend. It'll be me practicing DMing, and it will be my girlfriend practicing playing. So it's going to be a lot of us messing up. So, yeah. Anyway.
But that's how we learn.
That's
Yeah, it's gonna be so
at
great.
Athena's Odyssey on Twitter. So go follow
Yes.
that as well.
Yes, thank you.
With that, Dot, who are you? Why have you done this to us? And where can we find you on the internet?
Well, I can't answer all those questions, Mike, but I can tell you that I'm Little Red Dot, and you can find me online as Little Red Dot, where I tell stories and roll dice, and I guess terrify these here gents on a weekly basis. When I'm not here, you can check me out in a Vikings campaign that I'm running over on my channel on Tuesday nights called Heim, using North Sea epilogues. It's got an incredible group of ladies. They kicked off last week to a very intense first episode. It was very intense. So yeah, that's cool. You can also check me out in the North by Northwest podcast, where I'm currently GMing our 4th volume and moving into our 5th volume. Saturdays, I'm over on Roll For It playing some VTM if you want to see me at my most evil. I think I get to torture somebody this week.
Yeah, you were ready to like...
Don't fret. Dot has plans.
I'm so excited.
And I hope you don't have a weak stomach.
Oh.
I love King Rules so much.
I have this character for this season. I made special notes on ways that she would torture people.
Oh God, of course.
There's a notebook full of torture suggestions. So, come on by. It could be fun. And I think that's it. That's what. Oh, no. Big one. I started a new campaign this week over on Trooper SJP's channel. It's in the middle of the French Revolution. If you want to see Dot as a blonde, and as well as a I'm not German. Well, I'm technically German born, but I'm working against the Germans to save art and literature and culture from their horrible little grasps. So come watch me do a really bad German accent.
Perfect. Love it. I think that's it, guys. We're out of here. We're done for the week. We'll see you next week with more of these space shenanigans. If you like what you saw here, please go check us out on Patreon or sub to the channel here on Twitch. We're trying to hit 40. And if you want to chat with us about this game, the best place to do that is in our Discord. Links for all that stuff down below. We will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.